Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing another what's for dinner. So I am bringing you 4 super easy, quick recipes that anyone can make, especially a working mom after work. I know that I am always so tired and dinner is like one of the last things that I want to have to worry about. So all of these dinners are very easy, they're quick, and I hope that this gives you some ideas to make dinner for your family this next week. So if you want to know what I made for dinner this week, then just keep watching. Okay, so this first meal is shake and bake chicken Parmesan. So I am just using the Perdue brand of chicken breast. It's supposed to be like all natural, free range, whatever. I do think that it does taste better than like Tyson or anything, but it is quite a bit more expensive for the kind that you get. So whenever I buy this, I only buy it whenever my chicken is going to be like the main ingredient in the meal. If I just need to like shred chicken, then I will buy the Tyson or the Walmart brand. But anyways, so I'm just taking the chicken out of here and trimming off what little fat it has, and then I am cutting them down to strip pieces so that it's easier to coat with the shake and bake. So now I'm going to put some foil on my baking pan. I do like to do this for just easier cleanup. It's really not completely necessary, but I do like to do it. And then I'm going to prep my chicken for the shake and bake. So I go ahead and spray my pan just in case it sticks, and it actually did stick. So I'm glad that I did that. And also I have some water here boiling. I did salt it for the noodles for the chicken Parmesan. Also back there in that back pan is some marinara sauce that I have kind of sort of defrosting, heating up. I did make my own marinara sauce a while ago, and so I've just been storing that in the freezer, and it was not completely unfrozen, so I went ahead and put it on the stove to defrost it. And then I just have a bag of mixed oh my gosh, I cannot talk, mixed vegetables that I'm just gonna warm up with some butter on the stove. So I'm using the shake and bake Parmesan crusted. I love using this whenever I'm making Parmesan chicken. I just think it tastes so good. This time I used just one of the packets just to see if it would stretch, and really I could have used the other package because we like a lot of breading on ours, but this worked out just fine. So I'm just putting the chicken in the bag and then shaking it up, you know, shake and bake. And then I'm gonna put it on my baking sheet and bake that in the oven at 400 for 10 minutes. And then I will flip it and then cook it for another 10 minutes. I don't know what kind of sorcery this shake and bake is, but it is so easy and it's really, really good. Whenever you're like breading chicken regularly, it does not stick to the chicken like the shake and bake does. So I'm curious what's actually in it to make it stick like that, or maybe I don't want to know. Okay, so now I'm going to take the chicken out of the oven and flip it like I said before, and then I'm actually going to spray some cooking spray on it before I flip it to make sure that the breading is sticking. Like I said before, it did stick to the bottom of the pan, so I wanted to go ahead and spray some cooking spray on it to make sure that the other side did not stick. So now that my noodles are done, I'm just draining them, and then I'm going to add my marinara sauce to them. This sauce, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it just does not want to stick to the noodles. And I've tried, adding butter and oil and pasta sauce, and it just does not want to stick. I'm assuming that it's because it is like fresh, but anyways, here's what my plate looked like whenever everything was done. This was so good. So this next meal is a ravioli bake. This was so easy, and I'm just now realizing that we had pasta twice this week, which is, just fine. But I just got this jarred sauce, and then I put it in this mixing bowl with the sausage that I had in the freezer. I just needed to get that used up. So went ahead and mixed that all together. If you did notice, I did put a little bit of water in that jar of pasta to make sure that I got every little drop. So now I'm just going to put a little bit in the bottom of the pan to make sure that the ravioli does not burn. And I'm basically just going to layer this up using this cheese ravioli. So I'm doing sauce, ravioli, cheese, and then more ravioli, and just making sure that all the ravioli is coated in the sauce to make sure that it cooks through. This is what I do with my lasagna too, and it always cooks through. I never have any crunchy noodles. Also, I had some pepperoni in the fridge that I needed to get used up. This is a good way to use up basically any sort of pizza ingredients that you have in your fridge or your freezer. If I would have had onions and peppers, I would have put that in there too, just to make it like a super easy pizza pasta bake. Even like mushrooms, or I don't know, anything that basically you would put on pizza. So if you try this recipe, you definitely have to let me know. Okay, so now that I have all of that assembled, I'm just going to cover this with some aluminum foil, and I'm going to bake it in the oven at 375 for 25 minutes. And this is what it came out looking like. This looks so good. And let me tell you, this recipe was amazing. So if you make anything from this, what's for dinner this week, be sure and make this. Okay, this next night, we just did something super easy. I'm gonna make manwich with some air fryer potatoes. So I'm just peeling my potatoes, and then I'm going to chop them up so that they are small enough to cook evenly in the air fryer. I just recently bought an air fryer, so I've been kind of trying out some recipes, but let me know down below, what is your favorite recipe to make in the air fryer? So on the side, I just made some of the Knorr pasta sides, the cheddar broccoli, I believe, and chicken and broccoli. What is my deal? I cannot talk today. But anyway, I'm just cooking this according to the package, and then I also have some green beans in that steel pot in the back. So now that my hamburger is cooked through, I'm just going to open up this can of Manwich. I know that you can make your own, but I just think it's so much easier just to open a can. I might try and make my own the next time that we have Sloppy Joes, but for now, this was easy. I got home from work and I just needed something super quick and easy. I also found some of this pepper and onion blend in the bottom of my freezer, so I went ahead and added that as well, and I think it added some good flavor. It was really good. So now my potatoes have been soaking in water to draw out some of the starch. It makes them crispier, if you did not know that. So I'm just adding some olive oil to the potatoes, and then I'm going to top them with a little bit of this ranch seasoning. I could have added probably triple this because we could not taste the ranch seasoning at all, but I didn't want it to overpower, so I didn't add very much, and you know, they were okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to add my potatoes to the air fryer. Mine actually has a preset setting for potatoes or for french fries, so I just used that setting. And then here is what my plate looked like when everything was done. This was such a good meal. Okay, so I'm just going to talk through this one because it's super easy. We're going to do air fryer hot dogs. I got this recipe idea from Jen Chapin. So I will leave the video that I reference linked down below if you're interested. I love her. She always does super simple recipes. So I'm just gonna start by preheating my air fryer. It automatically heats at 400 for 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push play and let it preheat. So I'm just gonna make 3 hot dogs because this night it was just me and my kids. So I'm just poking holes in the hot dogs to make sure that they don't blow up in the air fryer. And then here you can see that I'm cooking those at 370 for 5 minutes. And then whenever they are done, I'm just gonna take them out and add them to the bun. And I'm gonna cook these for another 2 minutes. And let me tell you, this was perfect. This was such a good meal. And even my kids ate them. And I know like hot dogs is a super easy kid-friendly meal, but my kids will not eat hardly anything, so anytime they will actually eat something, it's a win in my book. But this was such a good recipe, or you know, quote unquote recipe. It was easy, but if you guys are interested in my air fryer, I will definitely link it down below for you. And then we just served this with some french fries and leftover green beans. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. If you're new here, please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.